Hey now, take a step outside and see.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. I have a new background for you. I hope you guys like this. I'm kind of like changing things up a little bit. I wanted something that is a little bit more professional and not my bedroom in the background. Let me know how you guys like this. But today we are going to talk about one of my all-time favorite treatments, and that is microcurrent. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I love my microcurrent devices. My favorite one is actually the Myolift Mini. I love the Myolift Mini. It's my favorite device of all time. I would say if I had to get rid of all my devices and I can only keep one, the Myolift Mini would be the only device I would keep. It's microcurrent I have been using for over 11 years, guys. I started in my early 30s. And I believe it has, been a major help in keeping my skin look as good as it does, as far as, the wrinkles and the loss of elasticity in my skin. Because microcurrent, so why a microcurrent? Because microcurrent, it charges cellular activity, okay? And after the age of 40, our ATP decreases, and ATP is cellular energy. It's the energy of the cells. It stands for adenosine triphosphate. And when this decreases, our cells start to slow down. Wound healing decreases, cellular turnover slows down, and then which results in dull skin, and then microcirculation starts to set in, and it becomes apparent on our face. Now, ATP is everything your cells need to survive, but our body doesn't store it. Microcurrent stimulates ATP, which helps produce collagen. And collagen is the structure of your skin. It's the framework, okay? And after the age of 40, we start to lose collagen as well, and you start to notice that your skin starts to sag. Now, microcurrent, it stimulates that ATP, gets those cells working in there, and your skin will build on the collagen and elastin. Also, what microcurrent does is it re-educates the muscles and gives your skin a nice lift and tone. And when you have that nice lift in your muscles, your skin will pick up as well. Now, who is microcurrent for? Well, or when to begin microcurrent? You can start using microcurrent in your early or your late 20s to your mid 30s. And I would suggest, yes, go ahead and start using it in your late 20s, early 30s. It's always a good time to use microcurrent in that age frame, because you are in an age to where, you can start preventing things from happening, and it will help you age gracefully. I see most of the time, most people do start in their 40s. And now, yet this isn't too late to start microcurrent, because you can start at any time. It's always going to help, but it's better to start early with microcurrent to keep up your results. Now, microcurrent is pretty safe for everyone, but there are some that cannot use microcurrent. So microcurrent is not good for those who are pregnant, who have had heart surgery in the past year, a pacemaker, metal implants or screws, recent facial operation or procedure, active cancer, epilepsy, diabetes, or a heart condition. And it's also recommended that with microcurrent, if you are using Retin-A, that you don't use it for 3 weeks prior to your treatment, because microcurrent does penetrate product into the skin. And if you're a longtime user of Retin-A, it does stay in your skin. So microcurrent will push that down a little bit further, which will result in a lot of irritation and inflamed skin. So we do not want that. Okay, so let's talk about microcurrent devices. So I do have 2 microcurrent devices here. One is a mix of currents, which is nanocurrent and microcurrent. So this is the Zip Beauty device. This little device does have the 2 different currents in it. I don't find that the Zip is as effective as the Myolift. So Myolift is true microcurrent, this has two different currents. Nanocurrent is not as effective as microcurrent. In my opinion, I think that you see the results with the zip more so in the skin versus like the lifting and toning. What the zip is good for is for a treatment in between your Myolift session, or to take when you're traveling because of the size versus the Myolift. You can travel with the Myolift too, but zip, it's easy to use. It uses a slide and glide technique where Myolift uses a pinch and hold technique. With the slide and glide technique in microcurrent devices, you're not properly educating the muscle in that insertion and origin. So it's not, properly educating the muscle versus the Myolift. You use a pinch and hold technique, and that allows you to get into the insertion and the origin of the muscle, resulting in a longer lasting lift. Now, I do still use the zip every once in a great while when I don't have time to do a Myolift treatment. I like to use it around my eyes to help depuff, just to give my skin a glow, because the zip mainly to me seems like a facial in the palm of your hand. There's like 8 different programs. There's a few of the programs that I cannot use in the zip because they cause muscle twitching because the current is too strong. And with the zip, another thing about it is that it adjusts the current on its own. You have no control over adjusting the current in this device. So if you do get muscle twitching, that is not a good sign with microcurrent. Muscle twitching is actually bad, and it decreases ATP, and we do not want to decrease that ATP stimulation. We want to increase it, okay, to see a better lift and hold and to produce that collagen and elastin, guys. So I do like the zip still, but like I said, I don't really need it because I use my Myolift. I just use it once in a while because I have it, guys. But if you are looking for something that's easy to use, then the zip, I would recommend it for you. And it's fun with the different programs, but I would recommend that everybody go for a Myolift Mini. Now, with the Myolift Mini, it does have accessories with it, which I'm gonna go over. But what I love the most about the Myolift Mini is, okay, so you have this screen here. We have a conductive bar here, and when you press run, when you see that conductive bar blinking right there, that means that we have no conductivity when you're doing your treatment. And if you're ever doing a treatment and you see this bar blinking like this, that means you either have to apply more gel or you're not getting proper conductivity, so you have to readjust your probes. So this is very important. I love it. Another thing that I love about the Myolift Mini is you have control over your intensity. You can increase it and you can decrease it. If you feel like the current is too strong and you get muscle twitching, then you would want to decrease your intensity. But if you feel like you want more, you can increase it. And just remember, more isn't always better, especially when you're first starting out. I know we all want to start out at like 350 or 400. I would only suggest that if you have been using microcurrent for a while like me, but I still needed to work myself up to 400 with using the Myolift because it's actually true microcurrent and I really felt it. So I worked my way up to that, and that's what I would suggest that you guys do too. Start out with the pre-programs. So we have Erase 1, Erase 2, and we have Educate Level 1 and Educate Level 2. Now these, when you press on them, they are preset at a intensity already. And there's certain areas of the face that when you are looking at the instructions that it tells you where you should be using this, like level 1 and level 2, because sometimes level 2 current is too strong, like for your forehead and in your neck. You want to use level 1. But I would start out at the recommended intensity, and then like every time you use it, you can go ahead and try increasing it by 2, 5, however you feel is comfortable. But just remember, if you feel muscle twitching, that you want to decrease that intensity. So another thing that I love about the Myolift, this is like this is right up there. So in most microcurrent devices, you do not have a program called Erase, which lengthens the muscle. And what Erase is great for is fine lines and wrinkles, guys. you can use the Myolift Mini to smooth out your fine lines and wrinkles. It's great for forehead wrinkles, the 11s guys, your crow's feet, your smile lines. You can do that with this microcurrent device. The other ones you cannot. Some of them come out with a special attachment and it doesn't work, guys. It works with the Myolift Mini. I love that feature. So erase, it lengthens the muscle, so it helps smooth out the fine lines and wrinkles, because where you're getting those fine lines and wrinkles, it's tension, right? So what do we do when we have tight, sore muscles? We stretch them to lengthen them to relieve that tension, and that's what the erase mode does on the Myolift Mini. And then the second mode that we have is educate. So educate is what shortens the muscle, and this is where you're going to be doing your lifting. So educate, what it does is it goes in there and you use a specific technique with the Myolift Mini, which is called the pinch and hold technique, okay? And it stimulates that muscle, and it educates it to go into the proper placement of where it should be to give your skin a lift, okay? And when your muscles are properly lifted in your face, it will pick up the loose skin that you see, and everything is going to look firmer, tighter, and your eyelids will be lifted, your cheeks will be more sculpted, your jawline will be more defined, guys. It's such a wonderful microcurrent device. I love this device so much, and you guys know that. So with the Myolift Mini, they do have a kit. I'll show you what comes in the starter kit. So you do get the device. And one thing I want to point out to you guys with the Myolift Mini, now this does hold a charge for a very long time. So even though you do see that your battery is charged here or it's full, make sure that you do plug these in to charge them every once in a while. If you let this go too long without charging it, even though it doesn't need charge, it doesn't, it's not good for the battery. So make sure you are charging them regularly, even if the battery is full. Okay, so with the Myolift Mini, it's fun too because there's different accessories that you can use with this microcurrent device. So when you get the Myolift Mini, this is what it looks like. It does come with the probes, and there is a stand here that you can put them here, and they plug into the top here. You have a stand here that you can set it up on the counter while you're doing your treatment or your vanity, just like that. It comes in this box right here, packaged, and you have your charger, which plugs into the wall, and you cannot use the Myolift Mini while this is plugged in. It will not work. You get, in the starter kit, you get a eye mask, and you get a lip mask, and you get a 4 ounce of their Restore Conductive Gel. So that's what comes in the kit. Now, the other, you can pick up the eye mask and the lip mask separately. And they just came out with this new attachment for the eye and lip mask. It's actually called a splitter. And what it does is you attach it to your eye and lip mask, and it allows you to use the eye and lip mask at the same time instead of doing one and then doing the other. And they just released the forehead mask, and I cannot wait to pick that up. I bet that's going to be amazing for wrinkles on the forehead. So you could do the forehead and the lip mask at the same time, or the eye and the lip mask at the same time. So that's wonderful. And in my demo video, I am demoing the eye and lip mask for you, how I used it at the same time. So that will be today's demo for this, because you've all seen me use the probes a lot already. And I wanted to do an updated video showing you how I use the splitters. So we have that. And I would say, like, for me personally, I don't use these very often. I did use them today, and I was like, you know, I need to use these more. What's cool about the eye and lip masks is they are reusable. Now, if you put these on under, on top of your conductive gel, or say, for instance, the ATP Booster Mask, it does shorten the lifespan of those. I believe it's good for 5 uses. Some say that they can get 10, but if you use them over a sheet mask, it prolongs them to where you can get up to like 15 to 20 uses out of those. So, and this is my favorite sheet mask, and I will have it listed down below in the description box along with everything else. Now, I will have to say my most favorite of all with the Myolift Mini is the gloves. You guys have heard me talk about these gloves. I have a video on them. I love these gloves because it's nice for a quick treatment, but you can give yourself a nice microcurrent massage on erase mode. Like, I'll often go in there and I'll massage the back of my neck on erase mode, since it lengthens the muscles, and I'll do my neck with that, and it relieves so much tension. So if you are someone who is suffering from like the turkey neck, the gobble gobble, you're seeing your skin be lax in here, I highly recommend giving yourself a nice neck massage with the conductive gloves. Jane Mann actually has a really wonderful video on how to use these to give yourself a nice massage. I highly recommend that you guys watch it. Now, with the conductive gloves, you just use water, no conductive gel, so that's a nice feature too. But you have to place them over gloves, guys. And I use these vinyl gloves. These are actually hairdresser gloves for coloring hair, and I like them because they go a little bit longer down my wrist versus the regular vinyl glasses or gloves, but that's what I use. I love these ones. Those are really good. I got it at the beauty supply store. So the gloves are cool. Love them. They're like my favorite accessory of the Myolift Mini. These, I have a video and telling you how to wash them, but you hand wash them. You want to make sure that you don't wring them tight, because if you wring them too much, it will destroy the little silver threads in here, and these do have silver in them, and that helps them resist bacteria, but you do want to wash them after each use, just so you know. Okay, so now as far as the conductive gels, I've tried two. I think it was the Renew, but Restore is my favorite. So the 4 ounces goes for, I believe, $27. I love this conductive gel. It's my favorite. I have no issues with it. It's not highly fragranced. I think that was the Renew one that was too strong for me. But I love the way this feels on my skin, and I love it so much. I bought the big guy. So this is 16 ounces, and they had it on sale, like they had 25% off, I think. So I got, it's $82 regularly, and I got it on sale. And by the way, I believe the conductive gloves, they used to be $57. Now they're $30. So they did lower the price on those. And I believe the eye and the lip mask are both like around $15 each. I know that the forehead mask is $15 each. But a Myolift starter kit runs $300, guys, and it comes with the 4 ounce conductive gel, the eye and lip mask, and you get the probes. The gloves are an accessory, and you will have to purchase those separately. Now, another thing that I like from 7 Eat Wellness is I did pick up the ATP Booster Mask. So this is a mask that helps increase ATP after your microcurrent treatment. And I do love to use this after my microcurrent treatment, but I also love to use it under the eye and lip mask. So, but I love it, and I would repurchase it because I do see a difference in my skin with that after I do a microcurrent. So what else comes in the box with the Myolift Mini is you get this really cool handy dandy facial muscle chart, and it's really nice to look at this for when you're doing, because not only one, it tells you the levels, but two, it's like you can see the muscles, and when you're doing your technique, where those probes are hitting in the face. So that's really nice. And then you get a really nice lovely manual with instructions on how to use the Myolift Mini. I have a really good demo video that I put out. I know it's really long, but it's in real time. So if you are looking to get the Myolift Mini, I know a lot of my followers love to follow that along. Now, I know what you guys are gonna ask me is, can you use anything under your conductive gel when you're using microcurrent? And the answer to that is yes. It's beneficial to put a really nice serum underneath your conductive gel when you're using microcurrent, because microcurrent does help with product penetration, okay? So what I like to suggest that you use is you can use pretty much any oil-free serum like peptides, antioxidants, hydration serums. You have to make sure that they're oil-free. You do not want to use any acids, vitamin C's, or retinols or retin-A's while you're performing this treatment. My favorite serum to use actually is the Bella Aura Hydra Revive treatment. I love this under microcurrent. This is a hydration treatment, but not only does it have hydration in here, but there's amino acids in here, which we all know that amino acids are the building blocks of protein. So it helps, you know, build collagen and elastin in the skin. So that's my favorite treatment serum to use underneath my conductive gel. I love it. Another tip I want to suggest for you guys is when you are doing microcurrent, so topically, hydration is important, but hydrating internally, it's always a good idea to drink a glass of water, 8 ounces before your microcurrent treatment. I'd say like a half an hour before. Another thing that's really beneficial, so if you're not seeing the results that you would like with your microcurrent treatments, you know, this all depends on how our skin is and our age and our skin type, if we're gonna see, you know, instant results. But everybody that I've known or used the Myolift Mini on, we all see results like instantly. You'll notice a lift, okay? But, you know, other results for the results they're accumulated over time. And for some, we'll see it sooner and some won't see it as fast. But for the first 60 days with using your Myolift Mini, I would suggest using it 2 to 3 days a week. And then after 60 days, you would go down to using it like 1 or 2 times a month, or some do use it 1 day a week. There's no need to use the Myolift Mini every day. It's recommended that you take a day off in between treatments to let your muscles relax, because since you are working in the muscles and we're, you know, re-educating them to lift and hold, you can create tension in there and they'll get tired, just like when you're lifting weights too heavy and all of a sudden you get really sore and they're really tired and you have to give your muscles a break in between those lifting sessions. Otherwise, you're not going to feel good, right? And the same thing is going to go for your face. You're going to get a lot of tension. So if you are someone who doesn't do facial tension release by the form of like fascia massage or gua sha, I would highly recommend that you incorporate that into your routine at least 1 or 2 times a week. It makes a huge difference, because if your muscles are tight and your fascia is tight and distorted, you're not going to get as good of a lift or see as good of results. So one of my favorite ways to release tension in the face is using the Omna by Jane Mann or the Face Blaster by Ashley Black. These are great. Like, fascia is something that not everybody talks about, but fascia is so important. And if you have tight fascia, guys, that's what creates wrinkles and, you know, the skin sagging. And I don't get as good of a fascia release with gua sha. This is more of like smoothing out the muscles, but you can do fascia release with gua sha. There's techniques you can go in there, like with the scraping technique, or you could pick up one of these to make it so easy, and you just lightly go over the area to help relieve that fascia tension. I do have a facial tension release video showing you how I use all these, and that's what I do before my microcurrent treatments. I usually like to do it the day in between, not the same day, but if you guys do it the same day, it's awesome too. Just make sure that you remove the oil from your skin before you perform your microcurrent. So those are my tips. And also another tip for your microcurrent is, you know, guys, invest in a good skincare. If you're investing in devices, make sure you have a really good skincare line to support these results, okay? I highly recommend that. I do recommend the Myolift for everybody. It's a wonderful device. I'll list everything that I talked about today in the video down below. And I do have a 5% discount code that you guys can use that will get you an extra 5% off the device. But the Myolift, I find, is reasonably priced. I believe so. It's $300 for the starter kit. You have the zip, which is $495. This you will see way more results with, and it helps with fine lines and wrinkles versus the zip. You have control over your intensity. So There you go. All right, guys, so that is it for this video. You're gonna go ahead and go into my demo video now of the eye and lip mask. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in the next one. Sending you all so much love and light. Love you so much. Mwah. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the demo of the Myolift Mini using the Conductive eye and lip mask. We are gonna demonstrate these two masks together. I have the splitter from 7E that they sent over to me, and I want to show you guys how to use it. So I have already washed my skin and I've prepped it. I wash my skin, well, I cleanse my skin with an oil-free cleanser. So when you are using microcurrent, you want to use oil-free products, your cleanser, your serums. Make sure they're oil-free because the oils can block the current from entering into the skin. So I prepped my skin with the Bella Aura Hydra Revive treatment. This is a wonderful hydrating serum. It really helps your skin retain moisture and hydration. There's no hyaluronic acid in this. This is why I love it so much. It also has amino acids in it, which amino acids are the building blocks of protein, and they help with building, this helps with the elasticity of the skin, building that collagen and elastin. And the reason why I like to use this underneath microcurrent is because microcurrent does penetrate the products deeper into the skin. And one of the things with microcurrent is you have to make sure that your skin is properly hydrated from the inside out. So always make sure that you drink water before your treatment, at least a half an hour before, and that your skin is hydrated, okay, without oil. Okay, so you can use the eye and lip mask different ways. You can just put them onto your skin. You could put something like the ATP Booster Mask under them, or you can use a sheet mask. Now, my favorite sheet mask to use with the Myolift Mini is the Orgage sheet mask. I love these because they're organic. They have really good ingredients in them, and they don't have any oils in them, and they're also sustainable. So these are very lovely to use. But today we are going to use the ATP Booster Mask, okay? When you use the sheet mask, it does prolong the use of your eye and lip mask. You could get about 15 to 20 uses out of this. If you're putting them on top of your skin, on top of a conductive gel, they will, it shortens the lifespan of them to around like 5 to 10 uses. So just so you know. Okay, so let's get started. So first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply the 7E Wellness ATP Booster Mask. This is a mask that you use after microcurrent. It helps really boost and stimulate more ATP. And it just makes your skin look really good after microcurrent. I have been loving this. So I'm just gonna take a little bit out with my spatula, and I'm gonna put it on the silicone spatula, and I'm just going to spread a thin layer all over my face here. And I'll just put it all over my face because the eye and lip mask is pretty much going to cover a lot of my face. Now, those of you who are fans of 7E Wellness and have the Myolift Mini or the 600, you know that 7E just came out with the forehead mask. I have not picked that up yet, but I plan on picking it up soon. Looks really cool. That's great if you have forehead wrinkles. Okay, so now that I have a really good layer of this ATP Booster Mask on my skin, let's proceed with setting up the eye and lip mask. So these splitters that come with the eye and lip mask, they come just with the wires, okay? I already have mine hooked up to the eye and lip mask. So the eye and lip mask does come with these lead wires, and then this is the splitter too. It comes with a set of 2, and I attached it to one side of the mask already, okay? So next what you're gonna do is you're going to take your other lead wire, and I have mine set up for the gloves, so I'm going to remove these leads and attach the splitters to them, okay? So you just pull those off just like that. And this is what we are going to do. Okay, so here's the lip mask. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this to my skin. Okay, and then here is the eye mask, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this to my skin. Okay, so, and then what we are going to do is we have to attach this to here. So I'm going to attach one of these here. Okay. And I'm going to attach this into this end. So you see I attached it on that side. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here. And then I'm going to come over to this other side and I am going to attach this splitter into here, and then I'm going to attach this to this lead wire. Oh, sorry, Molly's in here dancing around if you guys can hear her in the background. So here we go, we just go like that. And now that these are on, I am going to turn on my Myolift Mini, but first I must attach the lead wire to the back. So here is the connection for the lead wire, and you just plug it right here in the back of your device, just like that. And then we have our power button here, and we have our display. Now, when you're using these conductive masks, you start out with using erase mode for 10 minutes, and then after the 10 minutes is up, you put it on educate mode for 10 minutes. So I'm going to program my device to erase. I'm going to go erase level 2, and I'm going to go full strength at 350. Well, it's not full strength, but the intensity starts off at 350, and that's what I'm going to start out with. And if you feel like it's too intense or you're getting any muscle twitching, just lower the intensity. And I'm going to set my timer here for 10 minutes, which is right here. Okay, so we'll do that. Set it for 10 minutes, as you see. And then next thing you do is you press run, and as you can see, it's conducting. So I can feel this at 350. I feel the stimulating. I'm not feeling it to be too strong for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and proceed with my treatment, and then I will come back and show you what my skin looks like after. Okay guys, I am back, and we are getting ready to finish up the second part of the treatment, which was Educate level 2. I did it for almost 10 minutes now, and what you're going to see is that the timer is going to beep, and that's going to be the end of my treatment. So I'll let you guys experience that. And I did leave it at the intensity of 350, and I feel like it was fine for my skin. I did feel a little bit of tingling with it, but no muscle twitching. So as soon as it beeps here, we are going to hit the run pause so the device stops conducting, and there you go. So I hit the run pause, and then since this is the end of my treatment, I am going to go ahead and power off my device right up here at the top. Okay. Now, what's nice about using these eye and lip masks is that you can get in a nice, relaxing, quick treatment. If you apply these over your sheet mask, you do want to stay in one position. I would suggest like laying down while you do it and enjoy like a self-care moment. If you're applying these to the skin like I did over the ATP Booster Mask, you can actually move around freely and take your Myolift with you, since this device does not have to be plugged into the wall. It's essentially wireless. This is where you're conducted right here, and the lead is pretty strong. So you can set this somewhere and do things around the house. Like maybe if you want to do like sit down and do a little bit of work, you have the freedom to do that. But I would suggest, if you can, to take indulgence of a self-care moment for 20 minutes and do your treatment. So now let's remove these. Okay, so I'll just remove them with the lead wires on, and you guys can see what my skin looks like. So there you go. There's my skin. I did just wake up not too long ago, and this is like the first thing I did after washing my face. So it did help with the puffiness that I had around my eyes. And if you notice, my eyes do look a little bit more lifted, open, and brighter. And this area looks firmer and toned. I do have a lot of tension in my neck right now that I need to work out. That's why you can see this like right here a little bit more than usual. But anyways, so these are still attached. And what I like to do is I will set these down and I will take a damp, clean cloth and wipe these off. And then I'm going to stick them back on to the plastic sheet here and save them for another use. But what I like to do, since I like to use these together, is I'll leave the lead wires on them because I like to leave it set up like that so it's already ready to go for me. So let me just detach it here and show you what they look like separated. Okay, so as you can see, I have one set of the lead wires on the lip mask and I have one set of the lead wires on the eye mask. All right, so that is it for this demo, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, please leave them down below in the description box and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a great weekend and I will see you in the next one. Love you all.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now.